Well, tonight, a list of troubled Jacksonville sheriff's officers is shrinking. This after a Jacksonville judge who found a JSO sergeant, quote, evasive and not credible, is now revising that opinion. The judge's new order means the sergeant whose dubious testimony destroyed a 2018 criminal case is coming off what's called the Brady list of problematic police officers. In this exclusive follow-up tonight to a First Coast News investigation, On Your Side's Ann Schindler reports on how this strange turn of events is literally rewriting history.
I've never seen anything like that.
The idea of filing a new motion in a closed case is beyond weird, according to Jude Facciadomo, president of the Florida Association of Criminal Defense Lawyers.
It's not a case. It doesn't exist anymore.
The unusual motion asks Judge Bruce Anderson to clarify his 2018 order, finding an officer so unreliable he dismissed the case. In the order, he called Sergeant J.C. Nobles evasive and not credible, saying he, quote, completely and materially changed his sworn testimony.
He's lying, is what it said.
It was an honest mistake.
Sergeant Nobles has declined our requests for comment, but former FOP President Steve Zona defended Nobles in this December interview, saying he was trying to correct his testimony, not fabricate it.
He got confused in his deposition, it's plain and simple. And when he got confused, that's when he gave the incorrect testimony.
From the very beginning, once the court issued an order, Sergeant Nobles had objected to being placed on the Brady list.
Chief Assistant State Attorney Lee Hutton filed the motion for clarification.
There was a decision made to see if we could get further clarification from the court to make a determination whether Sergeant Nobles should remain on the list or not.
The state attorney's motion for clarification is in so many words saying, hey, Judge, is it okay for us to take him off this Brady list now? Which would be wildly improper. That's where his name belongs based upon the judge's original ruling.
5 days later, Judge Anderson issued an order saying he, quote, neither believed nor found that Sergeant Nobles lied and never intended for his order to have, quote, any import beyond the 2018 case. Then, having provided that clarification, the judge denied the motion for clarification. He said he, quote, lacked jurisdiction in the case nearly 4 years after the state of Florida dropped the charges.
Based on the clarification from the court, then there was no longer an issue with regard to credibility as far as whether he intentionally lied or was intentionally deceptive, and so we removed him.
Facciadomo believes Brady rules are strict enough that even the act of removing an officer from the list would itself have to be disclosed.
I completely disagree with that. I mean, once the court entered the order for clarification, that dispelled the issue for why Sergeant Nobles was on the list in the first place, and so it was no longer Brady.
On Monday, Nobles' name came off the list for good.
That doesn't make any sense at all. Credibility is credibility, and it applies to the person, not the situation.
Ann Schindler, First Coast News, On Your Side.